Hi there folks, and welcome to this week's Work Solutions for the Daily Rigour issue number 142. So nice to see Aberdeenshire getting in the news. So they've beaten a February temperature record from 1897. So the temperature recorded in a Boyne in Aberdeenshire on Thursday it was 0.4 degrees higher than the current record of 17.9. So obviously we're just going to increase the temperature by zero point 0.4 by adding, and that's going to come to 18.3 degrees Celsius. So on to our technology story for this week. So the NHS are now being told to stop using pagers because they're not very cost efficient, and that's because there's only really one network that provides a service for them. So 1.3 million pagers in use globally, and the NHS use around 10% of them. So how many pagers is this? Well, 1.3 million written out fully is 1,300,000, and to find 10% of this figure we divide by 10 because 10 goes into 110 times exactly. So that's 130,000 pages in use by the NHS, and it costs them 6.5 million a year to run them. So on average, how much does it cost to run a single pager? So 6,500,000 shared equally between all of the pages that we've just worked out. So that's an answer of £50. So quite cheap actually to run them. The arguments behind against cell phones is that they're not as reliable as these wonderful pages that we used to have back in the day. Anyway, onto our environment story. So look at the size of that bee. So it's got a wingspan of 6 centimetres, and the usual bees that we're used to, the European honeybees, have a wingspan a quarter of this size. So what's the wingspan of a European honeybee? Just to get an idea of the size difference between the two insects. So to find a quarter, we obviously divide by 4, and that comes to 1.5 centimetres. So to change into millimetres, we need to multiply by 10 because there's 10 millimetres for every centimetre. So that's an answer of 15 millimetres. So back in issue number 106 of the Daily Rigour, feels like a long time ago now, we actually learned that scientists learned, should I say, that bees could actually discriminate between a value and zero, so they were actually quite good at their zero calculations. So I wonder if you are too. So question number 1, 6 add 0, we should have got that to be 6 easily enough. Number 2, 0 times 3, we should also have got that to be 0 quite easily enough. 2 divided by 0, I wonder what you put for that, because it's not like £0 shared amongst 2 people. It's if you've got £2 and you're trying to share it amongst 0 people. So that's something that you can't actually do. And indeed, if in the calculator you typed in 2 divided by 0, you would actually get maths error as the answer. So actually, 2 divided by 0 is undefined, and we'll maybe tell you a wee bit more about that in your maths journey when you're older. Okay, so wonder if you got that though and what discussions were generated there. So anyway, on to our last story, the science story. So Virgin Galactic has fired their rocket into space. So how long did it take them to reach a height of 57.525 miles? So how long obviously is a time, and we can work that out by doing distance divided by speed. The distance it gives us in miles. Now the speed is not 767, it's 3 times 767 because Mach 3 is 3 times the speed of sound. So we're going to be dividing by 2301, and that comes to 0.025, and obviously because the speed was in miles per hour, then the time will be in hours. Now it does say to give it in minutes and seconds, so we can change to minutes by times it by 60 because there's 60 minutes in an hour, so that will come to 1.5 minutes. Half a minute's 30 seconds, so that's going to be an answer of 1 minute and 30 seconds to travel 57.525 miles up in the air. Incredible, isn't it? Okay guys, so wonder how you got on with this week's stories. Hope you enjoyed solving them as much as we did making them. Stay tuned for next week's edition when we're going to be looking at more stories from the news of the week and the numbers behind them. But in the meantime, thanks for watching and bye for now.